I have a cold, so I may not talk very much or very loud. I hope I can get this out. Again, welcome for coming. Just a quick little announcement. My name is Darren Engel. I'm the president of the Bryant Park Neighborhood Association. Vice President Marshall is over there taking pictures. And Secretary is Tabitha. And the Treasurer is not here tonight. That's making fun of me. One little thing as far as our neighborhood's concerned, we will be having our Earth Day neighborhood cleanup next month. We have not scheduled a date, and we will email everybody about that so you can all participate and volunteer. Our annual celebration Derby Day is May 6th, Saturday, right here. It's a lot of fun, and hope you can be here. We have flyers at the table that'll help explain it. We mentioned it, so I'm sorry I might run out of breath here in a moment. We will also be scheduling in Bryant Park, probably early June, a butterfly celebration educational play date, and again, look for emails to see when that's going to be. Tonight is a big event, special event, and I see a lot of people are actually participating in the presentations. We're calling this as the Showcase of Lake Worth Nonprofits. Every nonprofit that's been invited is allowed to speak up to 5 minutes. We've had good turnout with about 20 nonprofits, so we have limited to 5 minutes, and we'd like that you respect that so that we can move on. We have a little more people here than anticipated. We do have a timer. Tabitha in the back will wave, and if you've exceeded your 5 minutes, we're not going to do 30 seconds left or anything. And if you are talking a little too long, I'll probably politely try to stop you.
This is Bryant.
If you want to join our organization, which we highly encourage it, if you're not already a member of Bryant Park, it's $10 an individual, $15 for the family, and see Carla at the desk over by the entry at any point during the night. And I'm going to start with the nonprofit presentations. Number 1 on our list is Mango Fest and the Raft Race, John Faust.
Good evening. Hi, I'm John Faust. I'm proud to be the president of the NAPC, the Neighborhood Association President's Council, and we selected and announced our raft race theme for this year. It's Under the Big Top. We're looking forward to having all kinds of crazy raft race shenanigans in the lagoon this year without blue-green water. And any of the neighbors, if you feel like starting your SmackDown chat, go ahead. But anyways, that was the first half. The second half is our second annual Mango Fest. Thank you. It's the third Saturday of June, which is June 17th. It's in the Cultural Plaza. It's 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Last year, actually, if anyone's been to Evening on the Avenue, which is now every Friday, or the Food Truck Invasion, you know how we always have 5, 10, 15 tops vendor tents out there. Mango Fest, we had 59 vendors the first year. So there's sign-up cards if you want to be a vendor, otherwise come participate. We do have a call for neighbors. We will come pick them. We are looking for extra mangoes. We're going to buy a few 100 pounds of mangoes to raffle off, but if you have mangoes in your trees, we'll send people out to pick them. Flyer on the front table. That's it for number 1. Who's number 2, Darren? Short and sweet.
Thank you, John. We have Little Free Library with Mary.
Let's give a big round of applause to John Faust and the NAPC. Special place in my heart with the NAPC. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Miles. As a matter of fact, you stay close by because you're going to help me with this. Well, what do we have here? It's a little free Velveteen Rabbit Little Free Library. My charter number, read that number for me, 48237. Wow, are you beautiful? Who painted you? I was painted by Maria Paz, and everybody knows Maria from Art Studio downtown. I want to tell everybody I have lots and lots and lots of brothers and sisters all over Lake Worth. You do? I heard that your family, there were almost 80 people in your family, Little Free Library. Is that right? Yes, it's true. Well, why don't you tell us all exactly how you were? Here's a little boy. He's just walking down the street with his friend, and oh my goodness, Miles, what do we have here?
A little free library.
And how does it work?
It works like this. Take a book and leave a book.
Well, I think everybody here would like you to show us. How do you open the door? Is it okay if anybody just comes and opens the door? Yes,
Yes, it is.
Wow! It looks like there's books in there for adults and for children. That's right, we're here to serve all our neighbors. Take a look at the big book inside. I bet there's a lot of people here that would like that, because this room looks like it's all grown-ups. Well, let's see. Here's a big old one that says, How to Cook Everything Vegetarian. Cookbooks are a very popular item in the Little Free Library. It does. It does look like. Can you read that? The Rosie Project? That's right. Another category that we always stock in our Little Free Libraries are novels, because we know how much grown-ups like those. We also have science fiction and fantasy books, and the kids from 12 to 16 really enjoy those. What about children's books? You like children's books? You have to turn around so everybody can see how handsome you are. Have you always been that handsome, or is that just since you started using Little Free Libraries?
I don't know.
Wow, these are all children's books, and any child can just come and take a book anytime they want. That's right. And then what happens, Little Free Library? Well, we encourage them when they're finished reading with it to share it with a friend. Really? Well, then how do you get more little books in there if everybody just takes them? How does that happen? Do you know?
I know that it just takes a book and then leaves a book.
Yeah. A lot of people just come up and they say, oh my goodness. Can I have just one book? I've had this book next to my bed forever, and I've read it so many times that I think it's time I share it with my neighbors. So I'm going to walk down the street in my neighborhood, and there's another Little Free Library. I'm just going to put it right in there, and then somebody else can share it. That's how they work. Is that right? Is that right? And do they all look like this? They're all different, because the artist community in Lake Worth has stepped up in a huge way to be a part of this project, and we just could never have done it without that. The Lake Worth Little Free Library Project has over 97 stewards, people who are each responsible for looking after the Little Free Libraries. Hundreds and hundreds of people have donated tens of thousands of books. Yeah, in the 18 months, oh, she's one of my favorite people in the whole world. I love her. Yeah, she's one of my favorites. Do you know who that is? Yes, a French woman. We just made a fabulous arrangement. Oh, I'm done? I'm done. Anyway, take a book, leave a book. Thank you for inviting us. We're going to leave this here, and we hope you all take the book home with you and share it. Can we get a hand for Miles?
Great job, Mary. Great job, Miles. Thank you. Next up, we have Cottages of Lake Worth. Teresa Miller will be presenting. And Lake Worth Playhouse. Thank you, Teresa.
Teresa Miller, I'm the vice chair of the Cottages of Lake Worth, and I'm on the board of directors at Lake Worth Playhouse. This will be a quick overview on the Playhouse. I just put some notes together in the last couple of minutes. For those of you who do not know anything about the Playhouse, it was actually started in 1924, and it was in the auditorium of City Hall. That used to be the venue for the Playhouse. They moved down after the current Playhouse was a movie theater, abandoned a movie theater again. It has a long history, and by the way, if you go, there's also a ghost. It's a historic community theater, and we have a small paid staff, but the rest are volunteers. Actors, behind the scenes people, costume people, the ushers, they're all volunteers serving the community. What do we do there? We have our main stage plays, and when I get done, I'll rattle off the list of what's coming in the new season. Also, we have one evening event. One of them coming up is Jukebox Saturday night. We have guest stars coming in who have performed in other places in Florida. You simply have to watch the marquee. And we have a children's program in the summer. It's great for the kids. It's acting classes, shortened versions of plays for them to participate in. And finally, we have the Black Box, which is relatively new. It's experimental theater, usually just a couple of actors, and that's actually in the Stanzik Movie Theater. And for some more information for you, the Stanzik and the Playhouse are one organization. When we were looking for a place to live when we moved to Florida, what really sold me on Lake Worth is live theater and an art movie house. I thought, that's cool. You've got to drive a long way to find that here. What do we need? Very important. We need attendance. Whether you buy an individual ticket, a subscription, and we have snowboard subscriptions, which are half a season, or a dinner and a play. Everybody from Paradiso to Groves participates, and you get a special price on dinner combined with the play. Just ask at the box office. I'll be glad to give you the details. So now I'm going to pitch you on the upcoming season. It's a lot of musicals, and by the way, we need singers, dancers, actors. If you've ever wanted to be on the stage, stop in, talk to them about it. Bye Bye Birdie. There was A Christmas Story, Paint Your Wagon. And Oliver are definitely on the coming schedule. We're talking about doing a couple of Christmas movies. We would take something like White Christmas, and the fun of that is have a sing-along before for Christmas carols, and then a sweater contest. And why not? It sounds like fun. That is Lake Worth Playhouse. Please be sure to attend. And if you would like to volunteer, we could always use the people. We are a not-for-profit. It can be difficult at times to pay the bills. We would be very happy to have your donations as well. Thank you, and I'm going to go pick up my stuff for the colleges. Borrow a tape. I wrote my notes out for the colleges because inevitably I get done and remember three things I forgot to talk about. Give you the quick backstory on the cottages. About 4 years ago, a gentleman by the name of Roger Hendricks had moved here from Nashville. He had been involved in community projects, gentrification, fixing up neighborhoods. And he looked around. You know, sometimes we just don't see the forest through the trees. Well, he saw everything, and he saw the cottages, realized there's over 1,000 of them, and we really had not seen this as part of our heritage. Roger brought a group of people together, including some of the people from the city, and said, what can we do so we can preserve this, pass it on to the next generation, and bring in people who would appreciate it, become tourists, and hopefully purchase homes and fix them up in our community. We got in the car, started driving up and down every street multiple times. Wes Blackman, the gentleman back there who has the background to do it, was pointing out what was appropriately a cottage, along with William Waters from the city. We first put together and these books are up front, these brochures, Cottages of Lake Earth. We have feature cottage in it, as well as big fold-out maps. It's a self-directed driving and walking tour. In addition to that, in the last 2 years, we've had inside the cottage tours, which have turned out to be unbelievably successful. The first one was in downtown Jewel and Mango Grove. The second one, Bryant Park and South Palm Park. First time around, 350 tickets. We sold out over a month in advance. Second one, 500 tickets. We sold out only 2 weeks in advance. But it was phenomenal. What else have we done? If you've driven around, you've seen some of the signage. The feature homes have signs out front calling them out as featured. And if you follow the grid and our promotional piece, you'll be able to find them. And in order to turn a lot of this from talk and well-meaning ideas into action, we've done a few fundraisers, and Palm Beach County has been very generous. We just applied for a third REAP grant. Each one was $5,000, and the money was very well spent because the return was a very positive view of our city, which often does not get that in the media. And speaking of the media, if anybody missed the Sunday paper, March 26th, it was about Lake Worth. And the #1 item calling out Lake Worth, according to the Palm Beach Post, was the cottages of Lake Worth. And Carlton Barney, he purchased one of the books. And I don't know if you've all seen this or not. This was a 3-year project. And we ordered 1,950 of them sold. We're on our next order, which means that all over the country now. And hopefully bringing in people to visit Lake Worth. What do we want to do? We're trying to approach DIY programs. Fix up a cottage. Perfect on some of those cable channels. We talk to magazines. Can you do the big thing now is little houses, living large in small spaces. We want to try to get national coverage in the magazines. We're hoping, fingers crossed, there's a South Florida magazine that may be doing an article that will be appearing next month. And speaking of promotion, the gentleman back there, Wes, has already done 2 major presentations. And up front where the brochures are, there's little sheets of paper telling you how you can go on YouTube and see them. But Wes will be happy to do a presentation with all the proper visuals, talking about South Florida history, Lake Worth, and then focusing in on the cottages. So if you belong to other organizations, you're looking for speakers, please talk to us about it. You're staring at me like that. Okay. And finally, what do we want to do? We really want to put this town on the map for something very, very positive. We want to save our history. You live in Boston or Philadelphia, it's in your DNA. You know the history there. You're in South Florida, and the strip mall is the oldest thing around. And we have this, it's a tremendous asset. We shouldn't lose it. And what can anyone do? Volunteer to help out with the organization. Speak very positively about us. If you have media contacts, we would appreciate the help. And take the tour. And if you have a cottage, become cottage proud. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Teresa. The cottage tour for the last one we were part of was wonderful, and
January, we hope to have it in January of 2018.
neighborhood yet? Not yet, okay.
We try to move it around the city because our goal is to promote not just one neighborhood, but the whole city. So we want to keep moving it to different neighborhoods if possible.
That's good to know. And by the way, almost everybody that came through my house I did not know. So these people must be coming from outside of Lake Worth to look at our cottages. So the word has gotten out, and that's fantastic. One thing I didn't mention at the beginning, these are presentations. There's not a question and answer. Nobody's tried it yet, but I just wanted to do it before it's tried. This is Lake Worth, and we like to interact with everybody. I know that. But yeah, thank you very much, Teresa, for both the Playhouse and the Cottages of Lake Worth. And both of those organizations are very large organizations with a lot of people involved. It's very appreciated. Next item on our list is the Burrito Project and South Florida Sanctuary. James, I'll let you say your last name. Sorry, I can't read the right name.
My name is James Capodano. My partner Randy and I, business partners. Randy and I, we do two charities. One is the South Florida Sanctuary, and the other one is Burrito Project. They're both under the umbrella of South Florida Sanctuary. It's a fully functioned 501c3. Basically, they're homeless charities, and I know that's a very polarizing charity. There's really no other charity I know of that's polarizing. If you've heard about all the ones that have been up here, all the ones that are going to follow, you might not resonate 100%, but they all sound like nice charities. But when it comes to the homeless, a lot of people feel like what we do is hurting the neighborhood or enabling the homeless. Really, I want to kind of address that stigma and say that they're here, they're down and out, they have no more home, no more family, no cars, no mattresses, no sneakers. Most of the time they're wearing flip-flops or barefoot. They have lost everything, their dignity, their hope, significant others, children, parents, everything. I don't know if anybody can really relate to that. I try to. Over the last 8 years I've been doing this, Randy's been doing it a little bit longer. It's very, very hard to relate to them because who here has ever lost everything and been down, laying on the ground, mosquitoes biting them at night, the rain falling on you, your sneakers soaked, your feet smell. It's really, really a tough life. When you hear rock bottom, this is truly rock bottom. And this is a very rich country. See, so many of them are veterans, they fought in wars, and they have PTSDs, so many of them have mental illnesses, and then you combine a mental illness with an addiction, and it's almost game over. We're losing one every 2 to 3 weeks. They're ODing on heroin, their livers are giving out, their kidneys are giving out. It's a terrible, terrible thing. You wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy. So what we try to do is we try to address their basic needs on a daily basis. We give them food. If they need sneakers, we give them sneakers. If they need a bicycle, work boots. Work boots are probably the #1 request. A lot of people think they're lazy. Why don't they get a job? They go to the labor hall, and the only way they can get a job is if they have steel-tip boots, which cost anywhere from $40 to $120. So they show up with their sneakers, they want to work, they can't work. So we try to provide them with the boots. That's expensive, but we're getting better at resourcing that. So So basically, I just hope that whoever is listening that looks at them as a problem, get them out of Lake Worth, or just try to understand that they're not stray dogs, they're human beings. They made some bad choices, we all have. Theirs have led to literally hell on earth. So what we try to do is use all of our funds. By the way, everything that's donated to the charity is tax deductible, and 100% goes to the charity. No salaries, no overhead, nothing. It's 100% goes to the cause. So I just want to, it's a unique thing. Very few charities can say that 100% of donations. Some are 90, some are 80. We're 100%. So anyway, I hope you guys can look at the homeless with a little more compassion after hearing this. Thank you very much.
Thanks, James. Freedom Project and South Florida Sanctuary. Next is Gray Mockingbird Garden with Bryant Kirsch. Birthday was fun. It was nice to be out there for Earth Day.
Thank you. Who else went out to Earth Day this past? What a phenomenal show it was. It was a great event. I want to thank the city of Lake Worth also for being out there. A lot of our commissioners were there. Our vice mayor was there. Our new commissioner, Omari Hardy, was there. Commissioner, what's his name, Robinson? Herman Robinson. But I also want to say we had over 17 nonprofit organizations out there represented as well. What does that mean to you guys? What it means is I get to talk 5 minutes for every 17 one of these, so order some drinks, order some food, and I'm going to be talking for about a good hour and a half for you. Okay, and I'm going to just one of the things that we're known for is the wall that was out there. We had a tile mural that a lot of the community was involved with. And of course, a lot of people know that the thing got run into by a truck and we had to take it down. And of course, all of a sudden the community, when in the last minute came down to finally getting it done, all of a sudden we had an uproar and the thing came down. So what I did is I wrote a little story. You didn't write a story. So I wrote this story here. You didn't write that story. The lady that made me. Look, okay, I'll tell you. Yes, Mary wrote the thing, but she said, she didn't want to say that she wrote it. In fact, it was cool because on the day that the wall finally got cut down, it got laid to rest, and it actually was a very, very cool way that it came down. And the wall is getting the respect that it deserves. It will be renovated to have the part that was totaled, and we will replace the tiles that are on there with the tiles that got crushed and just obliterated on the thing. But I do want to read this to you because I think it is a cool